Colostrum harvesting. This is a really good technique to learn how to do, and you could do it from when you reach 36 weeks gestation. When you harvest your colostrum by hand, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute, there's lots of reasons why it may be a really good thing to do. So until you have your baby, you don't know what delivery you're going to have. So if you had a ventouse or a forceps delivery, your baby may have a bit of a sore head. So the art of breastfeeding and using their jaws can be a little bit sore and tender for them. So they might be reluctant to latch onto the breast. They might have a bit of a headache. If you lose a bit more blood than anticipated, that can delay your milk coming in. So your milk comes in around about day 3 to 5, and a caesarean section or a heavier blood loss can just prolong that a little bit. So again, if you'd had some harvested colostrum that you brought into hospital with you, at that point we could be giving your baby some harvested colostrum rather than maybe reaching for formula, which we wouldn't want to do if you're intending to breastfeed. Yes, at that point we could say we'll help you to harvest your, to hand express and get your milk out. But if you're feeling under pressure at that point to do it, it might be more difficult. You might be tired, exhausted from the delivery. So again, if you'd had some that you'd already brought in, that could really be a benefit. So there's a number of reasons that harvesting your colostrum before baby's born can make a really big difference and really really make a difference to the success of your breastfeeding. So how to get the milk out by hand? And as I say, wait until you reach 36 weeks on the dot, and it helps to give a little bit of a massage of your breast. So always in a kneading motion around. So no dragging of the milk ducts, a nice kneading motion. Gently rolling the nipple can get the hormones prolactin, the milk producing hormone, and delivery hormone oxytocin flowing. You hold your breast with your finger and thumb about 3 centimetres back from the nipple. That's where your milk ducts will gather. And remember, we talked earlier about in the anatomy of breastfeeding on how you have about 15 to 25 milk ducts in each breast. So I'm compressing the ducts at approximately 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And I'm not going to slide my fingers forward, otherwise I'm going to slip off of those ducts. So I'm going to compress my finger and thumb together and release. So a nice steady rhythm that's going to eventually mimic your baby's sucking action at the breast. So a nice steady rhythm, and you're going to get a little glistening on the end of the nipple, and then the milk starts to drip. Holding a little pot that you've washed out with washing up liquid and rinsed under your breast to collect the milk. So you're just going to squeeze and release, squeeze and release. No more milk's coming or colostrum's coming. You can rotate your fingers, so you can now do the ducts at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. No more's coming. You can do 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. So eventually you're working your way around as many sets of ducts as possible. So it's like working your way around the clock face, if you like. No more's coming, you can then move on to the other side. Maybe lie in a nice warm flannel, a nice compress can help to get the milk flowing. And again, do your massaging in a kneading motion, and then gently rolling the nipples, and the same thing, 3 centimetres back from the nipple, finger and thumb together, squeeze in a nice steady rhythm. So once I've collected whatever comes out, and we're not looking for a certain number or volume, whatever you get out is fantastic. And we suggest that you do it twice a day, so morning and evening from 36 weeks. So now I can take my sterile syringe, and in your harvesting pack that we can send to you through the post, you'll get an information leaflet, which just is another backup to what I've just talked about today, and we'll supply you with some syringes which are sterile in the packets. So just peel out your syringe out of the packet, and then you can just collect whatever, or draw up in the syringe whatever you get out. So say I've got this much out, that's fine. At that point you can slot it back into the packet, write the date and time on, and then pop it in the fridge, because this can now stay in the fridge for up to 5 days. So I can add more milk or colostrum to it up to 5 days, whatever comes first. You've either filled the syringe up or day 5, at that point it needs to go in the freezer. So come the evening, I can then collect some more colostrum, take this out of the fridge and add whatever I get in the evening. Again, back in the fridge the following day, keep adding to it until, as I say, 5 days comes or you fill the syringe up, then pop it in the freezer. The idea being that when you come in to have your baby, you can take out whatever you've collected, your syringes, from the freezer, pop it in a cool bag, bring it into hospital with you, and we can transfer it into our fridge or freezer.